In the United States, about 1 in 4 preschool-aged children has an undiagnosed or untreated vision problem. It can turn into a problem for the child's learning. With kids going back to class, we thought it was important to talk with a pediatrician about vision screenings and just when those should take place. We welcome back to the program Dr. Scott Cyrus. Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
It seems kind of logical, but how critical is vision in terms of our learning capabilities?
You know, when you talk about vision, obviously about 80% of the learning early on is due to, the visual aspect of things. About 1 in 4 preschoolers have a vision problem, and many times the parents don't even know it because the child, doesn't know a normal vision from an abnormal vision because they've just grown up with their vision.
Right, and your brain adapts to whatever that vision issue might be.
And if that vision, if you have a problem in one eye, it will switch over to the other eye and you think, oh, everything's just fine. And yet they're only actually looking out of one eye or looking at things. What
are some of the common problems that you see in children? I know the kind of what adults probably experience too.
For the most part, I mean, some children are farsighted. Obviously, that means they can see far away better than they can see near up. And then opposite of that, of course, is nearsighted, which is the predominant, problem that we see with children because, when they have a book, they can't really read it because it's close up to them. And then lazy eye, obviously, that means your one eye may be drifting in or out, or, the muscles are not good. And then astigmatism is a little bit different because you're actually seeing the vision on your eye at 2 different spots. And so it causes it to be blurry. And they don't, again, if you only have it in one eye, they're looking out of the other eye because the brain will just switch over and they won't know the difference.
I remember Nick, our son, had a lazy eye early on, and I was surprised the eye doctor said by patching it within, if you kind of catch it in an early window, it can retrain the brain. Is that
very true? Because what happens is you actually patch the good eye,
right,
and you make the eye that's having a weak muscle work harder, and it strengthens those muscles in the eye. And there's a number of muscles that control all the movements of the eye, and so it's very good.
Let's talk about something, because so if you see your child's eye kind of, when they're looking, one kind of wavers a little bit more, that's the lazy eye. What are some of the other signs of vision problems?
Sometimes they'll squint, sometimes they will rub their eyes, sometimes they'll close their eye. They realize they don't see well out of one eye, they completely close the eye. They'll tilt their head. Many times they'll just avoid reading, or they'll have trouble reading, and you'll think, oh, they need tutoring, but actually they need maybe glasses. It'd be the way to do it. But again, holding the book too, really close, sitting close to the television. Many times you see children do that and you think, oh, that's kind of unusual. They should be able to back off away from the television.
I've told this story before, but one of the issues, my daughter couldn't see the board at school. Of course, everybody was getting glasses at that time, so I thought she just wanted glasses. Oh, I want to be cool and fashionable. She really couldn't see the board.
Exactly.
So you really need to listen to what your child is saying.
And observe it. It's exactly right. But you need to see that, vision is extremely important, and so we try to catch this before they actually get into school.
Right.
And so it's important that every child have an eye exam. Every child should have an eye exam. They can do it as early as 3. Typically, we do it around 4 years of age because we do what they call the Snelling chart, which is the eye, the little E or the A or the shapes and things like that. But they're different sizes, and so you actually will get the child to at 20 feet, and you can see, are they 20/20? Are they, or worse? Because children at the preschool age should be around 20/40 is permissible. But as we get older, we should move into 20/20.
And on a regular basis is important. I mean, obviously they're seeing the pediatrician, but an eye specialist if necessary?
Oh, sure. Anytime that we have a child that is, we're concerned about their vision, mothers say they sit very close to the chart or to the television or book, we will refer them over to the optometrist or ophthalmologist, and it's usually we like to have them into the pediatric ophthalmologist because they have little tricks and ways to get them to be able to see, and they can dilate their eyes and actually look at the back of the eye and things like that, and make sure they have good eye health.
I have to wrap, but I want to ask real quick. I know now we're all in the world of screens. I mean, TVs, computers, just I guess limiting time or being aware of the time that your child eye strain and such.
Exactly. Limiting limiting screen time is extremely important because they should be interactive. You know, we have this is just a ripple effect with the obesity and a lot of other things, that lack of activity. You know, this is not exercise, and so eye strain and being able to get outside, make social friends, things along the way is extremely important. But yes, it can affect the eyesight.
So just be aware, parents, and listen to your children when they're telling you they can't see the board. Dr. Cyrus, great to see you. We'll catch you again next month.